my office had written 2 letters to Kerala University. Then what should I do? And then, today you are aware, so many universities, they have only acting VC, and the education minister is saying, everybody knows that they have told them, even before the bill was passed in the House, they had told them not to send the nominee for the selection committee because we are bringing this bill. That bill will not, at least as long as I am there, that bill will not become law. Why? Because that bill goes against the spirit of the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court decision. Supreme Court has said, you cannot recommend, although it was about one name. But the conclusion was that you cannot make a recommendation which binds the hand of the Chancellor. Chancellor should exercise his discretion in the appointment. So there cannot be less than 3 names. Now what they are proposing, and this Honorable Supreme Court has also said in the Bengal judgment case, the state government has no role, no business as far as the appointment of the Vice Chancellors is concerned. Here government is proposing one nominee of the government, one Vice Chairman of the Higher Education Council who himself is a government nominee, and one will be syndicate nominee. There will be one nominee by the Chancellor and one nominee by the, as they have proposed, one of the UGC. So what they have written in the bill is that the recommendation will be made by majority vote. This committee is not for the selection of the Vice Chancellor. This committee, what they are proposing is only to recommend the names who can be considered. They cannot take decision. Why this voting? Voting is to outvote the nominee of the Chancellor and the UGC so that they can appoint Vice Chancellors who can appoint their relatives as associate professors or as in some other position where unqualified or underqualified persons belonging to political dispensation. They are appointed in the universities, they are given admission in the PhD, they are declared as elected even though they have not participated in the election. Kerala facing a legal, the law says, and I will give you a specific example. The law says that this position of the Vice Chancellor should be filled. Syndicate should send its nominee. Honorable High Court has also said within 1 month, government is asking them not to send the nominee. So they are asking the university to violate the law. They have proposed this in violation of the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. So what I feel is that we are inching towards constitutional and legal collapse of the higher educational system in Kerala. I do not know. I was going to act in a big way. But because of this judgment of the Honorable High Court, where despite I'm saying, my office having written 2 letters to the Kerala University, the judgment says that the Chancellor decision is arbitrary. What is arbitrariness about it? So, in a way, they have bound my hands. So I do not know what is going to happen. But this bill which they have proposed goes against the grain, against the spirit of the Constitution and the law. And I shall not give assent to that. There is no way I can give assent to that. So let us face whatever the situation is there. It is only the young generation of Kerala. Kerala, I know, is full of talent. The whole world is taking advantage of Kerala talent. Kerala is driving away the talent. They go to university after 10+2. They go to universities outside Kerala. They are brilliant people. They get admission everywhere. But as I have earlier said, crime is very low in Kerala. but the tendency to take law in your own hands. Why? Because you feel that your union will be able to save you. And your union enjoys political patronage. So they are responsible for driving the industry away from Kerala. They are responsible for impacting the business in Kerala adversely. Now they want to destroy the higher education system of Kerala. At least I will not, and this bill which they have proposed, I have told them, I said, why don't you run universities as department of the education ministry? I have no problem. But if it is a university, it will be autonomous. If it is autonomous, there cannot be any interference by the government. And always remember, in the case of Tamil Nadu, when Jayalalitha ji was sworn in as chief minister, which was challenged in the Supreme Court had said that the will of the people as expressed through majority party can be enforced only if it is in accord with the constitution and the laws. Majority does not mean that you will appoint the relative of your private secretary. Suppose Chief Minister had not defended it publicly, then one could have taken the view that he was not aware of it. He defended it publicly. And finally what happened? Honorable High Court cancelled the appointment and asked the university to revise. Does it not come under the Prevention of Corruption Act? It's not only a question of saving the higher education. This was simple and pure corruption, where you were using your official authority to favor your relatives. So it's a worrisome situation. I am only sharing that because I find difficult to work in the light of this Honorable High Court single judge order, which cancelled my order, constituting, and at the end it was specified clearly in that order that when the syndicate chooses its nominee, he will join the committee. What was the arbitrariness about it? But my hands are bound now.
Sir, while reporting such cases regarding the court documents, fake certificates, media people have been charged by logging conspiracy cases. And recently, Asian news journalist Abdullah Namaluma took some conspiracy.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
I do not know what opinion I should give. I have not the kind of terrified media that I see in Kerala. I have not seen in any other state of India. Absolutely terrified. If the Kannur University incident had happened in any other university, some heads would have rolled. Not a single paper has even written an editorial. In no discussion I found. Discussion is different. Discussion for the news channel, discussion is different. There is one thing that you discuss an issue, and there is one thing where you stand up seeing the injustice which is being done. An unqualified person who cannot be summoned even for interview was being appointed as associate professor. And nobody raised eyebrows. Kerala media, according to me, is a terrified media. And this is not something new. People who are terrifying media, they subscribe to an ideology which considers coercion, pressure, even violence as a justified means to achieve political goals. So if you are terrified, I can understand, but I can't help.